So I didn't film anything when Michelle and I, my friend Michelle and I, were working in this room. I have some just screen pictures, but we worked real hard on these walls, spackling and sanding. Obviously we didn't get them perfect. I'm not sure, I think we gave it our best shot. Maybe these are, see, yeah, I might have to try to sand that down again. There's not actual nails in there, but I think it just needs to be taken off the surface or punched in a little more. So I've been watching all these YouTube videos that tell you, there's a lot of DIY ones that tell you how to do things, and then there's ones by pros that tell you what all the DIY people are doing wrong. But my goal is to watch a mix of both, figure out how to do the best job I can. I've been removing some of the really nasty caulk and paint drips along these windows. They were pretty messy. And then years and years of painting layers here. It was pretty apparent. And I've sanded them down pretty well. I think I might do a little more here, underneath a little bit. So here I'm still working on these windows, and see, like, that's some I got to get out. I just got a tool. It's been really hard having to kind of chip it out. So I just got a tool that maybe will help with that, like a multi-tool thing. Yeah, I just want to get things. I don't think I'll be able to do pro level, but I want to do things as well as I can. So here's a good example of the caulking. We painted, like I said, we spackled, painted these walls, sanded them down where they were egregiously bumpy. There's a spot down there we missed. Then I caulked and painted this trim, just the same color for expedience sake. But I'll show you over here, you know, what it looked like before. So I did give this trim a quick paint just because it was gnarly. But you see all those gaps. They just stand out so much, really, when you're walking down the hall. And it takes like literally minutes to put the caulk in. So that's kind of my big thing right now. I'm using just like a silicone painter's caulk made for this kind of thing. It's a good example of what like the walls have been looking like right there. And see, we got things tidied up. Gonna pay some attention to the edges up there and stuff. So many details you can notice as you're going along. But sanded down this banister some too. Same thing with just lots of coats of paint and paint drips like you see there. Gonna get a denser grit of sandpaper, knock off the high spots, and then some finer sandpaper. But at the end of the day, pretty proud to say I think the living room is finished and ready to move in, except for these windowsills I still have to work on. I have a pretty rug, just keeping that folded up, help protect it from dust. Working on these windowsills over here. See, you can see this is like a before, kind of grody, and after. And I guess if I'm gonna paint it, why not take, it does take a little time, I'm not gonna lie, but why not take the extra time and just make it beautiful. I think these little details really stand out to me, and it makes me feel good to know that I did them. So, like I said, to wrap up right now, I've just been watching lots of YouTube videos, learning a lot. I think the key is to watch a lot and see what it is that they all do different. The ones that are pros, like they make comments on what the DIYers do. They have higher standards, which I like. I would like to do things as close to pro standard. But then I think sometimes they forget, if you don't have a budget to rent all 3 different floor sanders and all of that, or or the time to even figure it out, then, you know, good enough can be good enough if you're happy with what you're seeing. So that's my take on the downstairs floor. I'm gonna do the best I can. Oh, here's this, oh shoot, what do you call it? It's not board and batten, it's, I don't know, I'm spacing on it. But this is just this little kind of thing stuck right here. At first I was gonna patch it up and paint it. Then I thought, okay, I'll make it match and I'll put more all down here to the chimney to try to, you know, tie in this corner dining area over here. And then I'm like, but I really don't like it. So I think probably happen after we move in. I think I'm just gonna see the damaged trim right here. Like it's just broken away. I don't really know how this stuff happens, but it does. If you live in a house long enough, I guess, and don't pay a whole lot of attention to that stuff. But anyway, I'm thinking I'm gonna take my chances and rip that off. I feel pretty confident making drywall look good. I've done sheetrocking before, and I feel confident in my skills. This wall, we have spackled a fair amount, chipped some things down. I haven't done any sanding. This is a missing piece of trim, but I'm not exactly sure. It's obviously not gonna end up perfect unless I did, like, really got out some drywall mud and really smoothed it all out. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna call that character. See, here's some more of this awesome, you know, window stuff. All right, well, anyway, getting kind of a view, but here's my kitchen. I was gonna use vinyl tile on the sides as a quick fix, but my friend Michelle is talking me into doing more complete jobs because I don't think they're really gonna take longer. But anyway, here, a little overview. Here's the little dining area as you come out of the kitchen. It's not very big once I measure out where my table goes. And it comes into the living room, which is a decent size, and I love the brightness and the views. And then down hall, 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. I love this plant ledge. Yeah, and those are my views. This is the backyard. It's gonna be really pretty when I get some trees and some landscaping. That'll be its own kind of view. Super unsightly fence. I have an idea for how to actually replace that sooner rather than later. I was thinking it would take years, but I'm gonna get a quote for a certain type of fence that I think will be more budget friendly, and then I can do parts of it if somebody else thinks the poles. So we'll see. All right, I'm gonna turn this off and go back to my floor project down here. Starting to video that made me think I wanted to show where I was, because maybe I think I'll video each little part. I think that'll be a fun memory for this house, and you know, trying to make the most of it as a new home, and fixing it up so it's a nice place to live, and hopefully for my children to enjoy spending time at, and ultimately resale value if I decide to resell it, which I will imagine I'll do at some point, because there'll be equity to pull out of it. Okay, that's it for now.